One interesting thing about this ride is we don't actually know how old it is. We've not been able to read this label here, and I don't know if we can get it off to get it cleaned. That right there definitely says King. There's a 0 right there. So this is an etched plate, but it definitely has a stamp in it. This might be a 4 right here. All right, so we've got 2 screws here. Ooh, well that broke off. I think we're getting it here. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Now we can take this back to the workshop. So this does appear to be an etched aluminum nameplate. So we should be able to put paint stripper on it and not fear losing our markings. I'm already starting to see where it says serial number down here in the lower left corner, and the word Mount Clemens is visible. So I think we've definitely found the nameplate. This is why I was having such a hard time finding it, because I was expecting a really big nameplate like the Rocket has on it. So this is a much smaller type of nameplate, whereas the old one was like a cast aluminum plate. And it looks like maybe no year, just a serial number. Alright, I think I'm going to go rinse this off now. So there's the plate, and it came out pretty good. No year on it, just a serial number of 6240. Now I know that our manufacturer's plate on the Rocket had a serial number of 7024, and it was made in 1972. So that makes me wonder whether the first and third digit is the year and the second and fourth digit is a sequence number. So could this be the 20th ride made in 1964? I don't know. So I've got a bunch of odds and ends that I want to take care of this week. Ever since we tore the ride apart at the back of the property, I've had all these parts just lying here. All the ride vehicles, the sides of the trailer. So we got all these pieces back here just kind of making a big mess, and they can all go. None of this needs to be saved except for all of the hardware. We need these brackets, the steel, the strapping from the cars. Basically anything metal we need to keep. So I need to tear it all apart. My only concern here is that since we put these here, they have been attracting bees and wasps, building nests in them. So I want to try to do this whole operation without getting stung. That's my number one concern with all of this. We got stung last fall while mowing out in this area, and it hurt. Well, not much holding that on. Okay. I half expected these to be carriage bolts on the back side. That's why I brought the vice grips instead of a socket set. Yeah, let's get the socket set and regroup. How many layers of paint does this have on it? It's always fascinating. There's enough paint on that one to actually hold the bolt in place. That one too. Oh, we broke that one off. I should probably go grab a hammer rather than just beating the crap out of my ratchet. These are just the stake sides for the trailer. Holds all the wood in place. There's another one that just broke. Saves a lot of time. These ones aren't even tight. That's weird. I'm just fascinated by the layers of paint. Each one of those layers tells a story. So it looks like we have 2 left-hand sets and 2 right-hand sets, or vice versa. I don't know how they actually call them. And then all of our channel irons that make up the stakes for the stake side of the trailer. So that all came apart way easier than I expected. I figured I was going to be out here a lot longer. Still have the cars to do, but we got all those sideboards taken care of. And now I can take all this hardware and put it in the blasting cabinet. So these latches came out pretty good, but the channel irons are going to need a lot more work. I tried to run them through the sandblaster, and it was just too many layers of paint. So I'm probably going to hit them with the paint stripper first, if I don't just decide to cut new ones and replace them entirely. Got a little pink paint there. This is all put together with drywall screws. I'm wondering what it was originally put together with. I could have at least used decking screws. I imagine this aluminum could be replaced with fiberglass panels. Might hold up a bit better. Angle. There's another one. Yep. There's one of those. Wow, the rear end of this one just fell apart. What a mess. Alright, so this is one of the seats I'm taking apart, and it is 24 by 10.5. 24 by 3.5. I get the feeling this might have been original. Not sure of that, but it's definitely older than the rest of the car. So we're seeing a bottom panel dimension of 44 by 24. So I think I have enough pictures and dimensions that we can safely throw these tubs away, and I've started drawing the whole thing in CAD. I've even gone in and started to add some of the embellishments that I saw on the original ride brochure. So one last thing I want to tackle today are these spreader bars up here on the lights for the combo. I'm missing 2 of them. I went out and I got some 3/8 inch steel rod. So we're going to pull one of these off, use it as a pattern, and we'll make 2 replacements. So I got my pattern and I got my rod here in the vise, and I got my torch. So I think we're just going to try to heat this up. We'll just bend one side, and then once we have the one side bent, we can figure out where the other bend needs to be. The originals were bent a little bit more than 90 degrees, I think, to help hook them in. Yeah, I think that'll work good. All right, now I just need it to cool so I can bend the other end. All right, let's see what we can do here. Lost my mark. Oh. I screwed around too long there. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape there. Just need to cut it to length then. I just realized that the one that I bent is actually straighter than the original. This one has a little twist to it. Clearly I was worried a little too much about making it right. Install them tomorrow and see how they fit. All right, so it's time to get these put in, see how they fit. That latches in there. These can probably be bent a little bit tighter. Didn't want to overdo it. This is kind of a little bit floppy, but that's to be expected because all these boards are different lengths from rotting away. If you like projects like this, be sure to click that link to the left and come along for the ride.